Hi everyone, Rory Neary from Data Spinners and those Dynamics guys here today. I'm going to do another 10-minute dumb game challenge. This one's actually quite good fun. I'm going to try and make one of those, I don't know if you ever did those games where you'd have a book and it'd say, if you want to do this, turn to this page. If you do one of that, turn to the other page. Well, that explains my youth anyway. So that is the idea, and just to get us in the mood, I'm going to get a bit of music going. I'm probably going to get sick of it very quickly. Oh, there we are. So we've got some Dungeons and Dragons music going, and the idea is that I'm going to do my 10-minute challenge. Now, gosh, that's bothering me already. So let's turn the sound down on that. Down you go. All right, just get yourself in the mood. So what I have is a spreadsheet here, and all it does, it's got this concept of a location, narrative, option 1 narrative, option 2 location. Essentially these are the kind of possibilities, if you like, and then finally it's got an image here. And I'll be sharing this this so-called adventure with you. It's a rather short adventure. I don't know how it's going to look because I've not done it before. Quite often when I do these things, I have to do them many times. So this is my first run through. So the idea is that you're going to have a screen. On that screen it's going to have some narrative, and you're going to have some buttons, either one button if you've only got one option, or two buttons if you have two. And when you hit those buttons it'll take you to the relevant location. But it's all in theory going to be done on one screen. So, I'm just going to pause while I get my timers ready. Back again. So I have my timer set up 10 minutes and 8 minutes. Whilst I'm here, I'm going to do a big shout out to those Dynamics guys, Will, Chris and Kyle, who've done a fantastic job setting this up. So I will be sharing this app on the PowerApps bank along with the Excel spreadsheets that you can have a go yourself. And without further ado, I am going to come off this and I'm going to set my timers running, and hopefully we'll end up with a game by the end of this. So here we go. There goes 1. There goes 2. We go into PowerApps. We're going to go for a tablet layout. So off it trots, and I am going to go and get my Excel spreadsheet. So I'm just going to come out of there. File. Alright, just going to make sure I know the location. Hello. Copy path to clipboard. Good. And so I'm going to do file. Here we go. I'm going to go and get some data. See, this is what happens when you do it first time round. You kind of think, what am I doing here? Okay, good. Pop up there, paste in my location. I do not want that. I want to go back a bit as well. Hit the enter button. Hopefully I'll find my spreadsheet. Doesn't like it, typical, but it's actually here anyway. So in we go. I've got my adventure chooser. I'll hit my connect, do you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this screen, and I'm going to whop a table in there just to make sure it's all come in nicely. So insert data table, pop that in, no data source selected, pop the adventure chooser, and then just bung all the fields in, this, that, the other. I'm not going to put the image field in because it's not very interesting yet. Good. So yes, it's brought the data in. Fabulous. I'm never going to use that again. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start to build the game. So I am going to have a text box. It's not an input box, so I'm just going to do a straight label. Go over to here, make it nice and big, and I'm going to do a button to start game. And I'm going to do an on select, set GV location to 1. Okay, that's good. So that'll get us up nicely started. And text equals actually I'll do the same on this start game here. I'm going to go to there, and then I'm going to go to onto the screen, and then go to on start. On start. Right. Oh, don't do that. I do know what I'm doing. Okay, on start, do that. Fabulous. That means when the game kicks off, it'll do that. And the text is going to be first filter. What we're going to filter? We're going to filter my adventure chooser. How we're going to filter it? Where the location equals GV location, which is closing the brackets. Close the next brackets. Oh. And then I think dot narrative. Now that should actually, it'll get very confused because I haven't pressed start game, so should. Ta-da! Right, okay, that's awesome. So do that, and then I'm going to go to size on there, hit that, and I'm going to whop it up to maybe 30. That's good. So we got this thing going on. In fact, I'm going to pop it over there, and I'm going to grab that text there, because I'm going to borrow the formula and do copy that, and I'm going to go insert on the media image, pop that in there, move it across. Image is going to be not that, it's going to be in probably image, in it pops, having travelled for many days. Now I could have done that as a background. I'm going to put the background as some kind of dark thing, so I'm going to go fill. Right, let's go dark on that. Let's go black. Okay, well that was good, wasn't it? And I'm going to do text is let's do it as white. We'll do color equals white. Okay, having travelled, that's not bad. Having travelled for many days. Right, okay, so we need some buttons now. Insert. Where button, over we go. Bop it down there. That, and then we will go on select. Set GV no hell crumbs location, here we go, to first filter my adventure chooser, no, here we go, dot, oh, filter equals GV location minus equals dot. I've obviously done it wrong, so I'm just going to go to here. I'm just going to straight borrow it. So I'm going to do text, grab that, I'm going to grab that, go down to there, and I'm going to grab that, move it across there, pop it in like that, and it's not my narrative. It's going to be can't remember what it's called. Option 1 location. Fabulous. That should do the trick, apart from the fact that it's not doing the trick at all. It hates me forever. Maybe I need to just text that. I doubt it though. I think it hates me. And I think and let's put a value around that and see if that likes it, because it might think that's text. Oh, does it? Okay. It didn't hate me forever. So I'm going to hit the Alt on that to start the game. Fabulous. And then I'm going to do that button. Woohoo! Okay, so excellent. And now I'm going to you've got some options here. So so the text is going to be this. So the text is going to be first filter equals first filter dot option 1 narrative. Okay, that's good. And I'll do control paste, and then this is one where you've got two options. Now option 2, that's good. Now they're I don't like the look of that. So on select, set blah 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 blah, and then I need to change the text to be option 2. Now there's actually no option 2 narrative, so so that's fine. In fact, what I'm going to do on that is fill. So what I could do on that is essentially hide it if it's not right. So anyway, do you know what? We may even be close on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go start game on that. Having travelled for many days sleeping out of doors, you arrive at the small hamlet of Missenden, home to Missenden Abbey, and more importantly, the ale, the monk's prayer that the inhabitants produce in such quantity. I'm going to just do a quick timer check. 2 minutes 29. We can do this. So the more important, the ale, the monk's prayer that the inhabitants produce in such quantity. Next. Right, you enter the village and head for the nearby tavern, the Lame Donkey, to see if the local ale, blah 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 blah, and you go hit next. This is the first time that you get a chance. You take a drink to the table in the corner, not far from the fireplace, and settle in. Just as you raise the tankard to your lips, you hear a deep sound coming from outside the tavern. Do you go outside to investigate, or do you settle in for a quiet convening? Okay, we'll just quieten you down. Okay, let's turn the music up. Let's get some. Let's come. Okay, good. Do you go outside to investigate, or do you settle in for a quiet evening? Well, on this occasion, we're going to go outside to investigate, because why not? So we'll go outside. And you know, I think this image is actually black. You go outside and see that towards the town square, a large humanoid figure holding a massive club in one hand and a horse under the other, being pursued by locals armed with pitchforks and brooms. Do you head towards the commotion, or do you head back inside? This is not your business. Okay, so let's head towards the commotion. Anyway, this is the game. How cool is that? I have actually done it in about 8 minutes. You approach the figure from behind, but it hasn't noticed you yet. Do call attention, etc, etc. So what we have is a really cool format for just building this like game. You've got loads of options and so on, and it's you know, it's kind of good to go. So let's do that again. How about that? And how have we done it? We have done it with 48 seconds to spare and lots of waffle on the way. So as I say, please like the video. Please subscribe if you want to see more of this, and can you make sure that you go onto the Those Dynamics Guys website and sign up with them so that you can download the app, and I'll pop a link down below to the app. Who wouldn't want to be a part of this group? Anyway, thanks everyone, and I will see you again soon.